currently 2.5 billion people eat them as a part of their diet. And so when we're thinking about feeding 9 billion people for 2050, we need to think about something that's very resource efficient, that people enjoy eating, that can be produced in a low-cost way with not a lot of space, not a lot of input, and insects are very well positioned for that, not to mention their amazing nutritional profile.
Recently, there have been some evidence-based nutrient analysis which has been done on the insect nutrition. The nutritional value is quite varied. It depends on the stage of the insect, whether it's in the larval stage or which stage of metamorphosis, or it is in the full formed stage. The digestibility ranges from 76 to 98%. So for an adult insect, it may be 98%, but in the larval stage, it may be only 78%.
No way. Currently no interest in this kind of thing.
Not cockroach. No.
Never.
That's even worse.
Don't want. It looks like there's something sticking out of it, like the wings or something. I don't want.
How can you swallow an insect with all the tentacles and so on? It's so scary.
Because I hate crickets, and worms just seem unnatural to me. So I wouldn't want to try it more.
We are already eating insects. For example, the red color dye that you are eating right now is made from cochineal beetles, crushed cochineal beetles. If you look at your grain, the food that you eat, there's a certain standards in terms of the number of insect sparks that you can eat from the grain that you have. So you are actually already eating insects without knowing it.
I would say 3 decades ago, you probably thought eating raw fish was disgusting. So I will give you maybe a decade and a half to stop thinking that insect eating is disgusting.
We have partners in California and in Canada and in Europe who are designing different types of insect growing prototypes, both small and large, for the industrial commercial farmer who wants to grow a lot of insects, and then for the person who wants to raise insects in their closet or in their backyard. There's a prototype for growing mealworms in your kitchen in like a cabinet-sized setting. There's a prototype for growing mealworms in your backyard in like a little, almost like a tiny chicken coop. There's a design to grow crickets by using your table scraps like apple cores and potato peels and carrot tops. And then getting even crazier, there's prototypes for growing your own fly larva, which seems really crazy to an American mind, but there's people around the world who eat them and they're delicious and they're very, very healthy and very, very efficient. We do try to encourage people to talk to their physician before they eat insects if they have a shellfish allergy, because we know that there are potential allergic reactions, and it's something that we're still doing a lot of research about. If you are going to be eating an insect that you find in the wild, you need to be very careful. You need to make sure that it isn't in an area where there's any risk of chemical exposure or heavy metal exposure. You need to make sure it's thoroughly cooked. So we usually encourage people to eat insects that are farmed specifically for human consumption.
We want to give people a positive experience of eating insects, especially in this part of the world where our cooking heritage and our culture can really bring out the flavor of insects.
I would be open to trying a cricket. Oh, it's like a potato chip.
A bit nutty. If I had maybe a bit more salt. Yeah, it's okay.
Well, it's not bad.
Not bad.
Crispy. It doesn't have a taste of anything like the other bug, but it was good.
Tastes like chips.
Like bubble gum.
Some people are just afraid of what it's going to feel like or taste like, and it's a mental aversion. The only way to get over that is to make yourself try it. A lot of people don't know how healthy they are or how sustainable they are, and once we tell people, look, there's a lot of protein and iron and calcium and magnesium and copper and zinc and niacin and B vitamins and omegas, people are like, oh wow, that's like a superfood. The insects are healthy, they are environmentally friendly, they can be raised in a humane and ethical and responsible manner.
Experiment with it, share recipes. If you have a chance to during one of the food tasting thing, to experience it and see what it's like.
No, I think people should start buying this for Hari Raya.